Welcome to the Drunkard's Path. Wow, it's been super cold in our neck of the woods, so of course I've been in my sewing room trying to keep up with all the projects that I've kind of signed on for 2025. I've got lots to show you today, and to get started, I wanted to say thank you so much to the Sarnia Quilters Guild for the specialty ruler order that we just put in, and everybody got their rulers. Everything went smoothly, and we very much appreciate being asked to do that. And I hope everybody's using their rulers to the best of their ability, because we saw a great guest speaker in January that just unbelievable. She motivated so many people, and that's what a lot of people wanted to try out her patterns. So thank you so much. And I just want to say, if anybody who's local to the Sarnia area and they wanted to join the Sarnia Quilters Guild, it's a great place to meet people with like-minded people. And if you need any help, maybe signing up to become a member, the ladies are wonderful. They know everything about signing up electronically, or if you have issues with that you don't really want to do it through the internet or electronically, or send like an e-transfer, you can do it any different ways. They'll help you out there. So give them a call, or look into it, and they're just wonderful people. You'll be happy that you did, because I've been around for I think probably close to 10 years. So I really and truly love being part of that group, and I hope that maybe you'd want to consider joining as well. Anyway, let's get on to it with our giveaways. Okay, the winner from last video of these 2 half yards is Joan Kolick, 8373. Joan, I hope I said your name correctly. If you could please get a hold of us at support@drunkardspath.com, and you can give us your address so we can get these out to you. Or if you're local, maybe we can drop by. So please just get a hold of us and we will get these to you, okay? And thank you so much for your comments. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to do that. Just hit subscribe. And for our next giveaway here is 1 yard of Good News, Great Joy. This is a Christmas fabric, but it actually can be used in other things too. Like the colors are just kind of it is mostly red and it's got green through it, but you definitely can use that into another quilt other than a Christmas quilt. But this is 1 yard, and this is our giveaway. So I want, if you could please leave a comment, and my question to you is, would you like to see more tutorials? We've done them in the past, and we'd like to get some nice feedback on that. And if you do, then I can look up some projects and we can show them to you. But the more comments that it generates, then the more that this video can get distributed. And we're hoping to get as much coverage as possible, because we love making these videos and we like to get as many people as possible. And this is our 45th video. It's hard to believe, but it is. And we like to show our appreciation with these giveaways. So if you could do that, give us a like and maybe share it. That would be lovely as well. And last video, I said I was going to tell you what the big prize we'd give away a prize about every 3 months, a nice big prize for all the people that have made purchases with our shop. So this quarter, which would be starting January 1st on, so if you have made a purchase within that time, so I think we're going to have the draw on April the 1st, which is actually our anniversary. So that's 2 years that we've been in business. So we have this lovely quilt kit that has a jelly roll or a roll up. It just depends on what manufacturer. We have the backing and the binding that goes with it, and there's a free pattern that we put in that goes with it. So it's not hard. It's a very simple, beginner friendly. So every single time you make a purchase, even if you've made 2 or 3, then your name goes into it for 2 or 3 times. So it's not just like a one and done. So for January, February, March, this is what we're going to be giving away. So I will put in reminders that this is what our big giveaway is. New to the shop. Okay, we've got a couple of things to show you. The first thing is, well, we have many of these little mini bundles that I put together, and they're actually pretty economical. I think they run for just under $27 if I'm not mistaken, and they are 6 fat quarters. This one I'm showing you is our Valentine's mini bundle. So you can see you've got all really cute pinks and reds and whites. So these are really kind of handy to have. Let's say you have a sewing friend with a birthday coming up or something. How nice would it be just to get this little cute bundle? Then you can make a lap quilt with this and some yardage and maybe a bag or some placemats or just some smaller project. So they are quite nice to have, and we have several of them in different collections. So have a look at our website. And we recently got in 3 of these design boards. I'll just hold up one. These are the Lori Holt design boards. So these are 14 inch by 14 inch, and that was the back of it. This is the front. This is what it looks like, and they're very, very handy to have. I have several of these, and I don't think I could sew anymore without having one of these project boards, because I usually lay out my block on here and then the fabric sticks to it. So they're actually quite nice. So have a look at that. We have 2 more Kona solids. So I think that brings us up to 36 different colors. So this first one I'm going to show you is called Mac and Cheese. So we have more of a yellowy orangey color. Next one is called Meringue, which is really a very soft yellow, kind of a pastel-y yellow, I guess. It's very, very light. So we had a very dark, bright yellow, and I thought, wow, you know, maybe we might want to go with a lighter color. So we've ordered this one as well. So we've got 2 more. Now we're going to get into what have I been doing for the last few weeks. Well, I've been actually kind of busy because I started in on my new quilts for 2025. I've jumped on a few of these sew-alongs, which we will post down below the links for each one of these sew-alongs that I'm going to show you. But I wanted to show you, I also got myself a new binder with the 2025 sewing patterns that I do. So this is how I kind of keep things in order, that I put all the blocks, and I put them in the little sleeves here and put them in this binder, so I can just go and retrieve it whenever I need it, or when I print off a new one, I just put it into the binder and I can keep things kind of tidied. This is my book that I used for most of last year, which I have put all of my projects in, and then I would take a photo of a finished project and put it in here. So I have to finish up a few quilt tops that need to be quilted, and then I'll put the photos in here and the completion date. So I really liked this kind of a system. So this year I'll do something similar as what I did last year. So I'm going to show you my completed quilt. Now last time I showed you it was just a quilt top. I'm going to show you that I actually quilted this. This is the, oh wait, it probably goes, no, I guess it goes that way. It's called something about seagulls. The gray bits are supposed to be seagulls flying. It's kind of a modern quilt. But this one, I did quilt by myself, so yay, good for me. And what I used my walking foot, which I haven't used in, so long. But I thought I'm going to give that a try again. And it always makes me nervous because you spend so much time on a quilt that you kind of want to get it right, you know. So I was a little nervous. I thought, no, I'm just going to do like a 1/4 inch outside of the seam, up and down and side to side. It was something simple because I didn't want to, mess things up. And actually the walking foot worked really, really well. So I was happy that I did that. So I might try 1 or 2 more of my quilt tops that I have waiting to be quilted and just try something different with it. But in other ones, I will definitely get it quilted by long armor. So that was that one. So fully finished. Yay. This next one I'm going to show you is the Bernina 2025 temperature quilt. Now this one, I don't know why these types of things always kind of mess with my head. It's getting the color right, the orientation right, and it's not hard, this particular quilt. And I think I make it harder in my head. But what Bernina has put out now I'm doing one that looks like this, okay? So I color in each day. I have a set of pencil crayons right here to keep things straight, because I have cut out 10 different Kona solids that represent the varying degrees of temperature. So it calls for 20. I didn't want to do 20. I'd rather do 10 because we're in Celsius here, and I thought, oh, you'd really have to. It would just seem like too much to me. So I have them, I think, in increments of like 5 degrees. So like it would start at like minus 20 or something and goes to minus 15, minus 10, just like that. So each and every day I would write down the temperature. Well, they give you these templates. Okay, these are something that Bernina gives to you. So each day I write in these columns the minimum and maximum temperature. So you just keep track of that. And then like this is the other sheet where you color in just to keep things straight when you go to sew it. And they also give you this sheet where you put down the name of your fabric and just what it looks like. You can I just colored it in, but you can cut out a little swatch and put it in there, and then what they represent. So it seems a little confusing, and to me, in my head, it's a little confusing, but once you get going on it, it's not too bad. So this is the first 20 days of this quilt, and I've sewn them all together. So you can see what is it now? The maximum of the day. The highest number is your bigger piece, which is a 4.5 by 2.5, and then your sew and flip one. You're at the corner is the minimum temperature of the day. So you have the hotter and the colder. So, and then where it's solid is that there wasn't enough difference. So I thought, okay, I just have to put a solid piece in there. So this is each day, and it got, cold, and then in between. And at the very bottom is when we got the really super cold weather, and I had to use the indigo and the next color up. So this, like I said, went to January 20th, so I've got a few more days to add, but I'll do it about every 10 days, make my little strip. And it doesn't take that long. So, and this is, here I can show you all of my colors. And I've already cut into some of them. Hopefully they don't fall all over the place. But these are the colors that I've used and that I will use. My daughter says, you're probably going to use a lot of red in the summer because it gets so hot here. I thought, well, we'll see. So this is what I have so far for that quilt. And it's just something different. It's not like your everyday, traditional quilt. So I thought I'd try at least one temperature quilt. So that's that one. My next one, which I got caught up with this morning, is the Riley Blake block challenge. So the first one, okay, this is the fabric requirements. So you can go on their page. Up here's what the quilt actually is going to look like in the end. So I think it's really pretty. What I'm using is the leftovers of a fat quarter tower that I had from last year. It was actually quite big. I had lots left over from the quilt that I made. And I mean, I had a lot left over. So I thought, I'm just going to use that one. So the first block is by Lori Holt, and it's called Bloom and Grow. So this is the instructions for it. That's what the block looks like. And my block, which I'm going to use a project board to show you, so I don't drop it. This is my first block, and I think it turned out pretty good. And I guess this is supposed to represent like a flower in the middle. But I really, really like how it turned out. I was happy with it. And I believe these ones come out every Tuesday. So you're going to have this one done, I think it was in March sometime. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I remember reading on there. So there's 16, so you'll get one each Tuesday. And making one block a week, not hard. Not hard. I mean, I've got a pretty hectic schedule, and I've been keeping up. So that's the first one. And the second one, because 2 have come out, is Around the Corner by Beverly McCullough. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Now, that kind of looks like a pineapple block. but it was made. I have a ruler that does that, but this is when I was doing this one this morning, it was pretty easy. Like, it wasn't bad at all. And I'm going to show you. This is my next block. You can just see. You just cut out. There's like 16 of these 2.5 inch blocks, and you just sew corner to corner, cut it, and flip it over. Right. So you can see on the back. This is the part I could iron open, and the rest I laid flat because it just there was too much bulk, and I just go with what the fabric kind of tells me. So I just ironed it to one side, and yeah, it turned out okay, and it wasn't that hard to do. Just follow your instructions, go one step at a time. And I have to really encourage people to try this quilt out, because the blocks are all different, because they're like by different designers, each and every block. So you're going to get like a real mixed bag of quilt blocks, and it really, really helps with your skill level. And if you're a beginner, just try it. Like, you just go step by step, and then it's not as hard as what you think it is. So give it a go. And the third quilt along that I'm doing is the A Quilting Life by Shelley McConnell. It's the block of the month. So the first one, January. Now, they're all going to be similar on the outside. So you have like a log cabin look, but the inside block is going to be different each and every month. So this comes out the first Monday of the month. So, but like I said, these are all the same, the outside. And I chose to use like a sunflower. I had like a fat quarter tower. Just, I think it had, gosh, I think there was more than 12 in that one, 15, 16, I can't remember, but I just starched all that, and then I'm going to use 1 Kona solid, which is this color here. So this is my block. It's actually really big. It ends up being, let me see, 18.5 by 18.5. So you'll have 12 of these. So that's a pretty good size quilt. I don't know what the ending looks like. I don't know how the fully finished is going to look like, but I think these are so pretty. Like, they have a little flecks of gold in them, and then they have like the middle is the house. So that's going to be different each and every time. And all of my blocks, I'm going to use this color. I'm going to keep it the same through the whole thing. So, and the different fabrics for this part of it. So this is going to be a fun sew along. Again, these are all free, okay? All of these patterns are free for you to just jump on and try your skills out. And at the end of the year, you're going to have a pretty nice quilt. The next thing I've been working on, now there's a couple things that I've incorporated cross stitch with quilting, because I like to have that crossover thing going on, just to show you the different things that you can do with cross stitch, or like maybe some other, like maybe embroidery or something that you've got that you can put in with your quilting. So this first, like, I've been making a lot of project bags. So this first one that I'm going to show you, I had leftover fabric from a quilt that I made for my granddaughter for Christmas, and it was like campfire with all the little critters in it. It was really quite cute. So this is the project bag that I made with the leftovers, and it's just the cutest fabric. And this is the back. So inside, you can see that I've done. It's all lined inside, and then when I just serge all my edges. So they're pretty simple to make. I think probably the hardest part is putting in the zipper, to be honest with you. And yeah, I just made the block. I got that. I think this is one of Lori Holt's blocks from one of her books. So I just made the block and then just added the sides, and you might need a little bit on the bottom and the top, and then there's, the back. So that's pretty simple. And I thought maybe down the road we'll show you exactly how to make one of these project bags. They're pretty fast to make, and they're great as gifts as well. Okay, the next one I made from this book. It is called, oh, wait a minute, get to the front of it, Quaker Samplers. So I ordered this book, and then I had it spiral bound so I could actually open it up and have it laid out so I could see, oh, wait a minute, that's not the front of it. That's the front of it, Quaker Samplers. So I was looking through the book, and I found this really cute heart. Since Valentine's Day is coming up, I thought, well, I better do something for Valentine's Day. So I made another project bag after I finished doing the heart. So this is the bag. And this one is just super pretty. So it took me probably about 4 days to make that heart because it's a good size. And then I had some red and white fabric and red zipper and added my little zipper pull. And this is the back of it. So I think that turned out pretty good. And inside I just used a white fabric. So, and I have a project all ready to go. So that's number 2. And the third, I made a third bag. And this, again, is another free pattern. This is from Primrose Cottage. Now, if you are a subscriber to their emails, their newsletters that come out, I think they're on Thursdays, maybe it's Wednesdays. But anyway, once a month, they will come up with a free pattern. So as long as you're subscribed to them, you'll get that link and you can go and get that free pattern. So I made this. But rather than make the pillow, I thought I'm going to make another project bag because I just have so many projects. And this is what I came up with. I have this really cute polka dot fabric that looks to me like it's snowing out. So it says Winter Wonderland with a little snowman here. And it just looks like it's snow, like it's in the middle of a snowstorm or something. So it's really cute. And then I found this little cute crab. It's blue, so he went with it too. On the back we have this gingham, and on the inside what we got, just a pretty plain in there. But that's the fun that you can have with cross stitch and quilting, because I do quilt just a little bit because there is batting in each one of these project bags, so it gives it some, a little bit of firmness to it. So these are super fun to have and to make, and I think they look really, really cool. And another hybrid type project, I got another free pattern. This one was from Fat Quarter Shop, and it's called Little Loves. So super cute, just, a kind of a quick, maybe a 2-day it'll take you to do that one. And what I did was I made a pillow, and this is my finish on it. So we have the love, and then I added a little bit of rickrack, hopefully you can see that, and some fabric, and I filled it up with the crushed walnut shells. I don't think I'd go any, like if I had a bigger pillow, I would definitely not use the crushed walnut shells because it's gonna get pretty heavy. But it's quite firm, and I really like how that one turned out. And again, with Valentine's Day, hey, you got to kind of go with what's coming up, right? And I recently got this book. It was called Hello Santa by Teresa Kogut. Now she's got some super cute charts in here. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I got this. Even though it came after Christmas because of the mail strike, that's okay, because you know what? I stitch whatever, whenever I feel it, as well as go with the season. So who knows? Maybe in July. I do want to do the Santa on the front. I just think he's really cute. But what I did, and I'm going to have to kind of block off because I don't want to show the chart. So I'm going to just go like that. This is a chart here. I mean, it's not the chart, but this is what the picture looks like. I just wanted to do the snowman because he had a little heart. So it reminded me like more of a little Valentine's thing. So I just stitched this part right here. So that's a good thing about cross stitches. You can take any section of whatever it is you see in the chart. You don't want to do the whole thing. Just do a little bit. So this is what I came up with, my little snowman here, and you can see his little heart in his hand is attached right there. And what I tried to do, and it didn't work, was I was trying to make a round pillow. Well, I had to rip it out. Let's just say that. It looked horrible. It was a hot mess. So I thought, all right, I'm definitely not going to throw it out. Like, I'll come up with something else. I don't know right now, but I definitely will come up with something. And I think this red fabric was a little too flimsy. I got this from one of those box ones that you get on a monthly basis, but the fabric, it wasn't like the fabric we have in the store. Let's just say that it's a little more flimsy, and even with starch in it, it just wasn't enough, and it did not make a nice pillow, that's for sure. So I will come up with another thing, and hopefully can show you next time. Keeping up with keeping organized, this is what I write my stuff down for my cross stitch. It's called a Needlework Enthusiast Book of Days. Each year this book comes out and I see it all over FlossTube, everywhere, that people write down their projects inside of this book. So it's very, very popular, and each day, whatever I work on, I just write it here. And I've seen the ladies put all kinds of really cute stickers in here, and I don't have any stickers, but I want to get some stickers because I want to kind of, you know, put some color in here, make it look good. So each and every day I just write a little something, and it's nice to keep like a little, I guess, cross-stitch journal. And on the back there's actually give you a free chart. It's not a big one, but it's still there, and you can, you know, have a free chart coming with the book. And I just want to show you just a couple cross-stitch works in progress, but I wanted to show you my progress on a couple of the bigger pieces that I actually have made some progress. So you've seen, wait a minute, I'm going to get my board. This one is the Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Now, it goes out even bigger, but I'm just going to fold it back. And this is what I've done so far. Now, this one's taken me quite some time, but I've actually made quite a bit of progress because I finished that one and I started this one. And this middle block is actually a double block. So we have a witch here. There's going to be a cauldron and another witch almost identical on the other side with doing something else. So there's a lot of stitching in these things, but I think this one's coming out pretty good. And you can just see the little spiders, and you just do a little, like, I do the back stitching as I go along, so I don't have a ton of it at the end. And she's got the little legs on the spiders, and they're so cute. And she's got a bat in her hand, and this is the steam rising up from the cauldron that is still yet to be stitched. So that is the progress on that one, and I'm going to keep on working on it, like maybe a couple days a month, but you know what, each stitch in there is a little closer to getting done. So that's that one. And I also wanted to show you my Christmas Quaker that I've been working on for a while. Now this one I've made quite a bit of progress on too. So this is probably about 2/3 finished, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's turning out just beautiful. I just like that it's mostly the green, and then you've got a little bit of red just to kind of like pop out here and there, and there's a little bit of gold. I think there's a couple more spots where the gold's going to go, so I think there's like at least 20 skeins of this green that you need to have, but it is turning out really nice, and maybe, who knows, by next Christmas I might be able to get that one done. Lastly, I just want to show you my project that I have kitted up, and I'm going to start because I've been waiting and waiting to get this, to get all the threads. It's called for Valentine threads, a 3-ply, and it was so hard to get all of these threads. It's called Winter Quakers, and it's super pretty, and I should have just right in the beginning got the whole, they come in like kitted in a box with all the threads, and I didn't do that. I just got them individually. Well, big mistake, because I think there's 12 threads. And believe it or not, today, they finally showed up. So this one I'm going to do on, let me see, it's called Dames of the Needle, and it's like a 28 count. So this is the fabric, and then they have all the little balls of the Valentine threads. So something that's a little bit different. It's a little bit thicker thread than I'm used to, but I don't mind the thicker one. So I am so looking forward to getting that one started. So I think that's it. That's everything so far that I've been working on. Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone, for your support and your comments, and thank you so much for the lovely comments that people said about the quilt that Pat and I did. That was extremely kind. We sure do appreciate it. So as always, keep sewing, keep stitching.